Fable, South of Midnight, Star Wars Outlaws.
The name's Bond. Struggling to establish any kind of bond. How are you going to follow up that hat-trick of mediocrity? We see two cool giants minding their own business, passionately invested in their craft, only to be interrupted by smarmy protagonists following the all-too-popular character template of unreasonably smug in the face of danger. Why can't we play as these guys instead?
The underworld shows no mercy.
And this trailer shows no gameplay, so I don't care. In fact, it being Star Wars actively fills me with dread these days.
One of the most important RPGs ever made, Starfield.
It's a Bethesda game. It's not going to be made for another 3 years after release.
PCs to consoles. The lineup we have for you today is just incredible.
Okay, Xbox, chill the fuck out. Did the backing musicians all have guns to their heads? Make it powerful and deeply moving. But it's just the intro. I don't care. If there's constant dramatic music, the show is constantly dramatic. That's how it works.
You are the heart and soul of Xbox.
Oh, I've never had my dick sucked by the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra before.
Just incredibly and awesomely fun.
Also, this host might be an android. It's all the threes today. 33 Immortals, Payday 3, Persona 3, 3 of a Kind, 3's a Crowd, 3's my bank account, why don't you? Not like I need to pay rent or anything. Sea of thieving old IPs more like. Brilliant, no wonder she left you. Can you argue pirating a pirate game is just role-playing? From director Christopher Nolan. Hot air balloon trips. This trailer might be a bit intense for a flight simulator. Are we inventing flight in this one? Is there Oppenheimer tie-in DLC? Not quite, but there are dune buggies. Unless they're delayed now too.
Hi, Melina here.
Oh, I'm glad she got facial reconstructive surgery since we last saw her. This series seems interesting, but I just can't deal with this ASMR shit.
How can we make it happen?
It's time to find out. Why are they watching?
It's time to find out.
Dude, stop tickling my neck, woman. I suppose appealing to a niche kink crowd is a valid marketing strategy these days. Speaking of, you can comically conceal Japanese gangster wang all you want, but you can't hide the fact that we're half an hour in and there's been maybe 3 minutes of gameplay. And now it's Forza because of Causa. Why do you always get the cars on stage? That can't be cheap or easy logistically. Presumably those cars are in the game. Why not just show them in the game? That's the thing you're selling, right? Why are there always cars on stage? I know what a car is. I understand the jump from real cars to video game cars. You don't need to demonstrate that. Just because both can have hard drives, I don't imagine the disc tray opens and you place the car inside and then it appears in game. Why are there always cars on stage? Maybe it's no different to Cage being on stage whilst featured in a game, but Nicolas Cage is a person who can talk and communicate ideas to some extent. This segment only lasts 25 seconds. Why did you pay to get fancy cars on stage for 25 seconds? Are they just your cars and this is the garage at Microsoft? You just put them in the game so you could show them off during this bit. Why are there fucking cars on stage? Elder Scrolls is here, but not the one you're waiting for. Just their janky online bollocks. I don't know, maybe it's good. I mean, it shows up every single E3, so evidently they won't stop pouring money into it, if nothing else.
Toronto is under attack.
Never mind Toronto, worry about your company's HR department. Also, are you trailering the story mode you've just cancelled for this game? Oh no, it's some slap-together tripe you're hoping will make up for it. Financially. How broken is Blizzard to think that paid DLC will be the goodwill gesture to bandage over all their other crimes? Juice Ant lets you play as a clownton mimer and clear up all the corpses and litter from Mount Everest with your obligatory cutesy shoulder mascot. I see what you did there, but over here we would say climb autumn, which sounds more like you're trying to fuck a really tall girl. Finally, more games set on oil rigs. This looks right up my strut. The title is a bit don't dead open inside though.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm very excited to be returning as Johnny Silverhand.
Good. I notice the studio audience hasn't returned as well. You very much fed off the energy of the crowd last time, and it's a testament to your likability that your natural earnest friendliness overwrote what was otherwise a mind-numbingly pre-written marketing statement. So then who thought it a good idea this year putting Keanu Reeves alone on a stage with nothing but an auto cue and some nearby Polish women who dropped all their effects pedals down a well? Jesus. I mean, I guess you're right in the grand scheme of things. Society and infrastructure are all just pointless distractions from our inevitable mortality. Oh, I see. I've got a friend who fucking loves this shit. So if your idea of a battle royale is pitting all your possible routes to work against each other in a commute optimizing spreadsheet, then this is probably Game of the Year for you. From the makers of Banner Saga comes a vastly less visually appealing co-op smack 'em up, Towerborn, which is a precariously spelled title because depending on the last letter you're either hanging out with Bloodborne or Battleborn. And much like real life, the one without the E is a rather tepid experience that ends too early because not enough people showed up, whereas the one with the E is an exhilarating night of blood, magic and enhanced perception, which only ends when you fight the moon and turn into a slug. I don't want to be too harsh on it because I really like Banner Saga, and also this is one of maybe 3 games I've seen with co-op in this entire what are we calling this now? Days of Plays? Video games videos time? Our annual marketing lap dance? What do you think, Reggie?
This is Magic Week.
Nah, I think that might be shit. Phil Spencer continues the melodramatic vibe of an Oscars speech with mercifully less crazy eyes. It's just so beautiful that they're increasing the storage space. And now an entire hour dedicated to Garfield, which means this slippery trout is here to try and convince us Matthew McConaughey is the evil twin, and Todd's just a cool, chill guy who makes games and never lies.
That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too.
I can't trust a damn thing you say.
Do a mission, and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
Like a shootout in an abandoned mine. It's an appropriate setting, I guess, in that it's not at all breaking new ground.
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
And he can even say your name.
Provided your name is Todd or Howard.
We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want.
You can make so many kinds of Danny Trejo.
The ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barrett.
Sorry, which one is the former space cowboy? I got confused. I do like the look of the ship customization though, so long as I can make a column of toilet modules with a warp drive at either end. I'm getting Mass Effect 1 flashbacks. How many of these non-major settlements are going to be copy-pasted warehouse blocks? Oh no, don't do the collector's edition shit again. Haven't you learnt anything? Not just you, but you, consumer viewer. Don't fall for any of this shit. It's probably made out of fingernails and smegma. Microsoft gets points for having almost wall-to-wall trailers, but the vast majority were purely CG or non-gameplay, which is a bit like buying me dinner when dinner is Greg's. Starfield showed off a fair bit, in every sense of the words, but in a very tightly edited documentary style. So perhaps the only thing we can know for certain is that someone at Xbox wrote down "bigger is better" on a post-it note, and everyone involved in this showcase decided that was the theme and interpreted it at least 7 different ways.